Yes, this is what it's all about. Let's look at the sunrise together, and you just see that beautiful disc coming right up over the horizon. So Lakeland, downtown Tampa. Here, I'll stay out of the way so we can enjoy this together. And you got St. Pete there by the airport, and you see the pier on the left here. And as we go through today, we're talking about abundant sunshine. And if you've loved the weather the last couple days, I think you're just going to love today, because let's take a look outside. Well, we've got 62 in Odessa. Outstanding day on the way. Dunedin, 65. We got St. Pete officially at 68. Go a little farther inland. There's some cooler readings. Thanota, Sassa, 53. Plant City at 51 off the I-4 corridor. And there's those low to mid 50s, mainly for areas of Polk County down in Sebring and Wauchula. We take a look at the almanac, though, today. And a little cool start, but we're going to warm up nicely. We should be at 81, forecast high of 77 degrees. We've got that low right around the low 60s officially in Tampa. And as we go through the weekend, I think we're going to stay just below those average highs before we warm up, but that would not be until next week when we get back above those average highs. In fact, I say seize the sunshine. You know, that's my favorite saying. Well, let me show you why we especially have to do that today and each and every day. Well, our first and last 90-degree day on average for Tampa comes in at April 29th. So if you look at the calendar here and our watches, we're about 6 weeks away from what I call our heat season. So low humidity today, sunshine, what I call bonus weather, and we're going to do this now on Sunday too. So notice we've got the comfy breezes today with those 70s. Blue sky Sunday. In fact, we could start a little cooler, maybe a bit chilly in some areas. 56 in Tampa, but we'll be in the 40s at the Nature Coast, and there's another sunny, beautiful day with a high of 79. We are the lucky ones. We look at the country as a whole, and it's pretty stormy out west toward the Midwest here. Notice St. Louis at 39, but what catches my attention is the Northeast. They're still seeing some snow in New England. In fact, some parts of New England had their first snow day of the entire cold season. Isn't that amazing? So basically our weather being controlled by this big whirling dervish low pressure that's brought snow to the Northeast, and it's been sending down some nice cool shots of air and nice dry air for us, and that'll hold through the weekend. In fact, we take a look at 48 in Jacksonville right now. There's our low 60s in Tampa, and those cool shots, here's another one coming through today in the form of a front. And as that happens, it'll just reinforce this beautiful weather. But one thing to be careful of, and that's getting in the water. Okay, so notice the wind's going to kick up behind that front I showed you, a little more of a steep pressure gradient, and at times we'll have some gusts to 10, 20 miles per hour, and that'll pile up some of the water at the seashore. So if you're getting in the water, we're looking for a high rip current risk today. We got to be extra careful. Even though it's beautiful, nice on land, not so nice in the water. And we'll talk more about that this morning. But today, abundant sunshine, comfortable breezes, 77 degrees. Sunday, there's your beauty, but we said it would warm up. There it is. Monday and Tuesday back to the low to mid 80s. We'll start to feel that humidity, especially late Tuesday into Wednesday. And then as we go into Thursday, that'll be our next good chance of rain, especially in the afternoon.